This is part 2 of this series, so if you haven't watched the first, I'll link it in right now. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more content on my channel. This list is also just my opinion, so don't take it too seriously, and if there's any items that I missed, just comment them down below. Today, we're going to be talking about the weirdest items in Borderlands, whether it be the effect the item has, the name, or the design. Whatever makes it weird, it'll get on this list. So let's get into our number 5. Number 5 is going to be the Bearcat, an original pearlescent from Borderlands 2 and a returning legendary in Borderlands 3. For now, we're going to be focusing on mainly the Borderlands 2 version. This one requires you to have the Digistruct Peak DLC to get, no surprise there, and it can drop from loot midgets along with the binary boss. What's really weird about this gun though is just its effect. It shoots a row of 3 grenades in a burst fire, retaining the same effect in both Borderlands 3 and in 2. But really, why do we need a gun that shoots grenades? And this goes for all the grenade rifles, especially for this one, because of it being a pearlescent rarity. As a pearlescent, it should be within the best items in the game, but because of its effect, it makes it difficult to use and requires a grenade build to work properly. It's like the gun was made for a very specific and niche subset of players who only want to use grenade builds. And sure, that's all fine, but the problem lies in that the pearlescent rarity is just a shadow of its former self because of how bad this gun is for everyone. I get it if they want to make guns for certain builds, but this one feels like they just missed it by a long shot. At number 4, we have the Wanderlust, another pearlescent exclusively from Borderlands 2 as a Digistruct Peak DLC item. Farmable from only Tubbies, this one was an E-Tech pistol that shot homing spiker darts that would then stick to enemies and explode. Problem being that it didn't do much damage, and the spiker had a delay between the darts exploding. Because of the darts homing in on things, aiming down sights didn't really even matter, and you couldn't choose what enemies the darts went after. It was overall a really strange gun, and while the effect is creative, I think it would have fit better as a unique E-Tech like the Dominator rather than it being a pearlescent. Our number 3 is the Hyper-Hydrator from Borderlands 3. It's an exclusive Malawan pistol that's part of the Super Deluxe and Season Pass add-ons to Borderlands 3, so unfortunately, if you don't have those, you can't get this item any other way unless maybe somebody trades it to you. It's supposed to be designed to look like a Nerf Super Soaker, which is pretty cool, and it has one of the best effects as it actually shoots water at the enemies. The pistol itself comes only in shock element, and its secondary fire mode sprays water on enemies to deal more shock damage. Some people think that this is foreshadowing water becoming an element type in Borderlands 4, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I think this one's definitely the coolest gun out of the list, just because of its fun factor, and maybe we'll see it return in Borderlands 4. At number 4 is the Cradle. This is a Meteor shield that appears in Borderlands 2 and in Borderlands the pre-sequel, dropping from Henry in the Highlands for Borderlands 2's version, but it's a random world drop in the pre-sequel. The effect of this shield is maybe the strangest out of all of the shields in Borderlands, as when it depletes fully, it throws itself at the enemies like a grenade. This makes the shield itself explosive element only, but all of its damage bonuses are affected by grenade boosts and skills. The biggest drawback to this shield, however, especially if you play Axton with a grenade build, is that the shield doesn't scale to True Vault Hunter or Ultimate Vault Hunter, and this is likely having to do with a bug that Gearbox just forgot to deal with. This makes it not only the strangest functioning shield, but also the most gimmicky one. It almost feels like a placeholder legendary as just a way of artificially expanding the loot pool, but the loot pool is never perfect, and this is the most glaring example of it. Finally, at number 5, not a huge surprise here, but it's the Bane. I can't think of any item that is not only more strange, but more self-harming than this. The Cradle can be a double-edged sword sometimes, but the Bane is the worst out of the entire franchise. You can get this weapon, if you would like to get it even, from a mission given by Marcus in Sanctuary. The gun itself slows you down, has extremely low accuracy, and screams at you when you swap to it, reload, or fire the gun. The best part is that even if you lower your volume to 0, it won't make it go away. You're stuck with it. But an interesting part of the gun is that all of its sounds are done by Tiny Tina's voice actor. The weapon is notorious for being the most annoying, most irritating to use, and generally pretty much the worst gun in the history of the franchise. That being said, if you haven't ever done the mission to get this gun, go and try it out. Everybody should experience how this gun is at least once during their Borderlands playthrough. And that's all I've got for today. So let me know if there's any other top 5 lists that you would like me to do. Go ahead and check out my other videos if you haven't as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.